First time.
Yeah. Hello everyone, welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, can you all hear me?
Yes.
We can.
Hi, this is Vibha Nair from Fubar School. Uh, y'all can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay. So today's topic of discussion is how to use Google tools in our classroom. So various tools that we have spoken about in the form, we have been using those tools under the guidance of our principal. Okay. So now one by one, I would like all the members to introduce themselves. Okay.
Okay. Any Google apps?
Most of the Google apps that most of the Google tools that we are using in our school. So it can
Who is starting?
sorry,
Who is going to start?
you can start introducing yourself. So one by one, we will all introduce ourselves.
Okay. So Gerard, why don't you go ahead?
Okay. Sure. Well, I'm Gerard Anthony from Aranpoda School. My main subject is physics. And here with me are my colleagues. We'll introduce one by one and then we'll come to you.
Hi, my name is Jaspal. Again, I'm from Antitled School, Mumbai. I'm teaching computers here for a secondary section.
Hello everyone, I'm Gulfisha from the same school. I take math and physics for secondary section. Nice to see you all.
Okay,
Ellie
so
ma'am,
should
now
I
you
go
can introduce.
ahead?
Yeah, please.
Hi, I'm Fanny Passport. I'm a French teacher. I teach at Sunhill International School in Bangalore. And I'm super happy to meet you guys. First time for the Hangout on air. And I use Google Apps for the past only 1 year for education. So looking forward to hear more about how you use it.
Hi, I am Shubha Jain from Harvard International School, Bangalore. I take computer science and I basically head ICT department for the school.
Shubha ma'am, we can't hear you. Could you repeat yourself?
Yeah, sure. I am Shubha from Harvard International School, Bangalore, and I teach computer science and I head the ICT department. Am I audible now?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're here to discuss about the use of various Google tools in our classrooms. So as before that, I just want to tell probably Fanny ma'am as well as Shubha ma'am, you must have seen Jaspal sir as well as Gerard. I mean, on GG as well as GT uh, India 2014 community. Just wanted to tell introduce that this Vibha Nair ma'am and Vibhisha ma'am both had applied for GT and constantly been on BG also and regularly using the Google tools in our school, various classrooms. And also wanted to tell that this group, the four of us, have been extensively and very successfully using Google Classroom in our school, and it has been a massive hit among the students.
Great. So how long have you been using them for? You said 5 years, right?
Google tools, as it is every now and then getting updated. Initially, there were only few, only hardly Gmail was there, and then Drive was there, and few got added. And recently, the recent update, Google Classroom, I think it was launched only in August. So, but right from the beginning, right from August, we have been using most of the classes.
Okay. You have a one-to-one device at school?
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. That's helpful.
I have few questions as in using the Google Classroom Shubhad.
Sure, ma'am.
So actually, I just resolved my domain issue. I'm going through a lot of issues with my domain. I just wanted to know, do all the email IDs should have the domain name at back, like Shubha.Jain, Harvard International, or Gmail accounts are also can be added in the classroom?
Before we answer you, Shubha ma'am, we would like to tell you that even I think so. Nihar is Ritika is here. Sorry, Ritika, can you hear us?
Nice. Microphone is off. Hello. Hello.
Ritika,
Shubha
I think
ma'am.
her mic is off.
Yeah, her
Yeah.
mic.
Now mic is
Ritika, you need to switch on your mic.
I think
Oh, she
she
left. Okay.
Shubha ma'am, can you please repeat the question? Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. You want me to repeat the query?
Yes, please.
I just wanted to know that for the classroom usage, do every teacher or the teachers who want to use the classroom and the students who we want to add in the classroom, all should have the email ID with your domain name, or Gmail ID can also can be used.
They need to have the same domain, ma'am.
I couldn't get you, Gerard, sir.
The teacher as well as the students in a particular classroom, they need to have the same domain.
Okay, so that means they should have Shubha.Jain, Harvest International School.in, and only they can be part of the class.
Okay.
Some of the educators from different places had put a query of this for this that just with a Google account can be access to Google Classroom. But I got a mail recently. So still now that is they have not been put for just for public. Only schools with the proper what's the license or permission they only they can use Google
Yeah,
Classroom.
that I do understand, but then making the students' email IDs on a domain, I don't think is a very big task. It's a big tool, so if I want to have pilots running with it classes, but then again I have to create the email ID for the students as well, right?
Ma'am, actually, in our school, we are having approximately 2,500 students plus staff members. Everyone is having their RN Podar ID in Gmail. And starting with this task, obviously, the first time it will be a task to create all email IDs at home. But once they are created, it will be very easy for you to do the other activities stuff.
Yeah, I do understand that. Yeah, maybe the first hurdle is that we need to create the email ID. So I'm on the go, but yeah, it's a time-consuming job.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Penny, ma'am, do you have any query?
I find it really challenging to hear you. I can get bits and pieces, but I can't get a full sentence when you speak. So I'm trying to concentrate hard. Maybe it's my connection, I don't know.
Okay, maybe Penny, ma'am, maybe it's because like when two computer teachers talk, they talk in technical terms. Probably, right? Instead of talking on basic level. It's not easy for everyone to understand the technical part of it. But I think so. My other colleagues, when they will talk about the apps or the things what we are using in classrooms, it will be easier to understand and see what the challenges we are facing in applying those tools in our classroom.
Okay, should I speak?
Yeah, please, ma'am.
So I will just give you some ideas on how I use the Google Apps in my class. Is that right?
So,
Yeah?
we are waiting for you.
Okay. You're waiting for me?
Please go ahead.
Okay, so I teach French. So and I am an informal integrator in my school. Like I help teachers as well, but I'm not really an IT integrator recognized in the school. But so I try to, as much as possible, I try to also spread some information to teachers. So as a language teacher, I like to use the Google Apps, especially the Google Maps. So that includes, for instance, like using maps for directions. Like I can give a sort of a treasure hunt to my students on a Google Doc, and I tell them go there and then go there in the language. Or I can tell them go to this street and then turn this side and then hit this place. So they have to find their way. So that's understanding the language and moving in the Google Map and finding an area if they find the answer, for instance. So that's one way. And of course, they can also create. The point of the Google Apps also is that they can create and they can share and collaborate. So that's also nice if they can create their own map and share it and create it together. The challenge that I have is that we don't have a one-to-one device, and we don't have, most of my students don't have computers or device in the classroom. So we have to use my computer and the projector most of the time. And sometimes we can book the lab, but it's not really easy. So I wish I could have more time to experiment with them and use more apps. But just this is the beginning, and I guess it's just gonna get better. I also ask them to write quiz on Google Form so they can create quiz. So I put 2 or 3 students with one computer so that they have to collaborate. So they do this in the class time and they make their questions, and then I'm just going around and helping them, guiding them on their grammar and stuff. And then they can share this, so they can keep this also in their portfolio. So that's a good evidence for me as well as for them. And it's good to share for, a parent-teacher conference, show what the students are doing and stuff. And another tool that I really love as a language teacher, and I'm sure this is so useful for many other subjects, is the Google Tour Builder, because they can create their own tour. So suppose I can ask them to write a text in French. It's so boring if they have to write it on a piece of paper, right? But if they have to use a Google Apps, that becomes interesting, because they can create a tour with the Google Earth on the side, and then they can add a location, put a title, a text, add some pictures from their holidays. So it can be my past holidays, and they can tell I went there and then I visited that place, I visited that museum and stuff. So lots of things with the Google Tour Builder. And now I'm thinking of this, I'm thinking of many other apps that I use, like the Art Project as well. That's great because they can visit a French museum, so they can do a virtual tour of a museum and they can show a particular painting and then describe it. So that's just some ideas. So now I'm gonna let you speak a little more, otherwise that was just some ideas.
Shubham, can you have your views on this?
Yeah, sure. It's just a beginning for me as well. It's hardly been a year that I have started experimenting on how exactly the Google Apps work. We've tried a lot, and few of the success stories I can share it with you. Like we started off with Hangout in the classes for the students who were not getting good grades in their classroom. So we started remedial classes, one-to-one classes, which was after school, and wherein the teacher logged in along with the students and used to clear off the doubts. Then, as we are a CBSE school, so we started off with a formative assessment using a lot of Google Forms, LBQs, and things like that, which actually gradually teachers move in it and they like the concept, and most of the time they try to use the online quizzes and the assessments. And then they use Collaborate tool to assess it. That becomes then real added things to the form. Then we have used a lot for the collaborative work in the illustration. The teachers collaborate, the English teachers, the science teachers collaborate and create lesson plans. Even we collaborate with the student insights, or the weekly reports, or the monthly newsletters that need to go using Google Sheets and Google Documents. And recently we started with the flipped classroom concept wherein we are sharing a YouTube video or the teacher is creating her own video and sharing with students, and then we do activity in the classroom and see how it works. These are few experiments that we're doing, and as I said, as the Penny rightly said, the journey has just begun, and lot more to learn and experiment to see how it goes further. And the classroom is one which I will want to try very soon, and maybe in the next hangout I might share story on that as well.
Ma'am, did you say anything about flip?
I'm sorry?
Did you say anything about flip?
Yeah, I said we are experimenting with flipped classroom concept now, wherein we are curating the right videos, editing them rightly. The teachers are also creating their own videos and share it with the students. And we give a deadline of a day, 24 hours, sometimes 48 hours, or something like that, depending upon the concept to be taught in the classroom, and then we do activity based on it. So that is also catching a good interest, and we are looking forward to how it goes.
Nice.
That's nice to hear, ma'am. For that, some other schools are also being using flip. Just wanted to tell that Arun Podar School also is one of those schools that is being using the flipped classroom method consistently. And for the past 2 years, we have been continuously we have flipped almost maths and science completely, and recently started with some of the other subjects. They are just starting it. Right now, grade 6 to 10, we have flipped almost all the math science subjects,
That's it.
chapters.
Do you make your own videos or do you use the ones from Creative Commons or online or
We create our own,
okay.
we have already created
Nice.
our own.
In-house.
So what tools do you use for creating your own videos? Because there's the challenge to make teacher that tech heavy, or I could say that much wherein they can create their own videos. So what are the general tools that you
I
Shubham,
think
that's so
her
cute.
son came or something.
Yeah, I've seen that. It was so cute.
No, you can say.
I also make some videos, but not yet a lot of videos. I use the videos more for helping teachers to integrate technologies or to use our e-learning platform. So,
So, Fanny ma'am, by the time Shubha ma'am and the child are done with, just wanted to ask you, have you trained your children to type in French?
sorry,
I wanted to ask you that have you trained your students to type in French?
how do I make my student type in French?
No, I'm asking you, have you taught them?
How do I didn't understand your question, sorry.
Are you teaching them how to type in French?
How to type?
Yeah, in French. Are they
Yeah, but
typing?
it's hardly different from English. The same characters are there, but just some accents are there. So we
Okay.
just need to have this accent, which we can use as on the side of a Google Doc. There is an add-on we can add, which has all the accents. So this is also easy for them to type with that.
Okay.
But if they're on an iPad as well, or if they're on sometimes they can easily switch to another keyboard or something.
Okay.
But they teach me more things than I teach them because they are digital natives, so they are so fast at learning all these tools. Hi, Shubha, you're back. Your mic is not working, Shubha.
Yeah, I think it should be fine now.
Yeah, absolutely. We can see you.
I have many kids at home today, so struggling with them.
But they are less than your classroom at least. If you can manage your classroom, you can manage your home also.
Oh, I can manage a classroom, but managing a house is difficult.
Okay, before we go through our tools, what we are doing actually, what we want is a different level how we are using our tools. For example, right now we are the teachers for primary and secondary. So both, all the tools we cannot use in, like primary also and secondary also. There are some tools which are really working very fine with primary, but with secondary it's not possible. Whereas other tools which are really easy to use with secondary and not with primary. So right now we are
Hmm.
starting with Gulfisha ma'am. She is going to tell you what tools she is using in her classroom and how well they work. Gulfisha ma'am.
Hello,
Hi.
Hi, Pooja.
It's Gulfisha ma'am.
Gulfisha.
I'm sorry?
Gulfisha.
You can check the chat actually.
Yeah.
You can type it on the Hangout.
You already said, typed and placed, ma'am. It's
Yeah.
Gulfisha.
It's already typed
Gulfisha.
and sent. Yes. I'm a math teacher. As already said, we use it extensively in our school. Our videos, when we have our videos created in-house, how do we go about for this?
I
And
can't
music.
hear.
Hello, can you hear me now?
It's better, yes.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you now, Gulfi.
Right. Yeah. So shall I start from the beginning? Okay. See, I'm a maths teacher. I'm a maths teacher. So it is extensively used in maths and science in our school, our and to that school. So we have our own videos created in-house. For practice purpose, we use YouTube links.
Yeah.
For understanding purpose, for conceptual understanding, we use our own videos.
Hmm.
We begin with the video. We send link to the students. They just go through the lessons. We give them the time. This much time you have to watch. We go concept by concept. Right. So in a chapter, there are three concepts to be taught. We ask them to watch videos for that much time. For example, for 10 minutes. We ask them to watch for 30 minutes. Video is for 30 minutes. And then we prepare um, the next time when they come after watching the video. We just check their understanding through questioning or with one activity, or we ask them to do Google Form. We prepare Google Form based on their concept, and children do it. And this way, we understand whether the child has really got that concept. After doing that and planning certain activities based on that concept, these then extended learning happens through the exercises and group discussions. Practice is done again when we divide the class in group present, and each group we make a point that each group has some child who has a good understanding, okay, who is through with this concept. and thus the peer learning happens. Again, the next time when that concept is done, and we find out some students who really haven't got the concept, or they are weak in sequencing, we take remedial classes. So this way we make it a point each child in our class understand what we want to convey, what we want to make them understand.
Which grade is that?
It is from 6 to 10.
Okay. So they have a lot of practice and they can experiment. So that's great.
Yes.
Nice.
Now I think so. Gerard sir should share some of his experience here.
I would love to share.
Go for it.
Okay. So, flipped, apart from creating the videos, first of all, the videos emphasize a lot on the videos. They are made in such a way that in every single topic, subtopics, and even the basics have been explained in detail so that the children have the videos with them at any time. They can just go through it, and even if they don't understand, they can watch it again and again. That the base is completely thorough. And next time when they as Gulfishan Ma'am said, the videos are segmented. Like a particular topic is of 2 minutes, 3 minutes, sometimes 10 minutes. So next time when they come to the class, they are more or less clear with the cool topic, and directly what we go to the assessment or else any other group discussion or else any other assignments. So with which the learning becomes quite easy, as well as students actually grasp it quite nicely.
And you make your students create videos?
Students create videos. In case if you have seen my GT application, also I have mentioned that I encourage the students to create their own videos of any. Since my subject is physics, right, natural science, so I request them to perform certain activities at home or outside, which I ask them to record it, and then either they post it on YouTube, or else they share among the other students or the entire grade.
Yeah, I do. I have some assessment as a video as well sometimes. But I found it interesting also to make them present a concept that's more tricky because they have to actually really know it to be able to explain it. But yeah, that's good.
One of the biggest plus point of this flip is what I feel is rather than the teacher preparing the lesson and going to the class and then delivering it, the teacher puts a lot of effort, and at the
Yeah.
end, if the students they have not gained it properly, then it becomes a big failure. Whereas here in flip, what I felt is you can ask the students to do extensively. Be it any activities, you ask them to make a write up or make a play, write a script for a story, and students love it. So these things can be what to say, or your evidence and all. It can be recorded also, be used later for teaching purpose also for the next batch or the other grades.
Yeah.
Shubha ma'am, do you have to say something about the follow-up activity?
I'm sorry?
I asked like, do you want to say something about the follow-up activities?
Yeah, most of the time, the follow-up activities generally are the on quizzes. Sometimes with them, like for example, they gave that come back and do a debate on it. They do research on it that the teacher just say a word about the concept, and the teacher there's a lot of activities. It can be dumsras, quiz, debates. Uh, we even do the collaborative presentations with them to see whether it's a kind of group activity wherein they share their ideas on collaborative way in Google Slides. So a lot of tools they use, whether online or offline, yeah, but they follow factory tasks.
Hi, Nebu.
I think so. His mic is off.
Yeah. Nebu, your mic is off. Switching
Yeah,
on.
Right.
Ah,
We got him. We got
hello.
him.
how are you?
Penny, you start first.
What?
He's asking, how are you? I said, you start first.
Oh, I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Fine, I'm good.
You don't have a webcam?
Yeah, I do have a webcam. I just Gigi, just a minute.
Oh,
Wait. Yeah. Hi.
Yeah, hi,
hello.
Nebu.
I was having a workshop in M right now.
Yeah, by the way, congratulations.
So how
So,
was the
Nebu,
how was the hangout?
we have just
Sorry.
started actually. There was some technical issues with this.
Yeah, I know, I know. I was there in the chat. I was seeing all the things. So I think everything fine. You got the. How did you manage hangout then?
Sorry, we can't hear you properly.
How did you manage the hangout? Only 4 now.
Nebu, we couldn't hear you properly. Your voice is cracking actually.
Just log in from your laptop. I'm from my Mumbai.
Okay, Nebu, before we answer your queries, actually, we want your introduction first, and then we will give you our introduction.
Okay. Will you give me 2 minutes? Just join in my laptop because right now I'm in my mobile.
Yeah,
Am I
please do
audible?
that. Okay, by the time you will join us, I think so. It's time for primary department to tell something about themselves, how they are using Google tools in the classroom, and Vibha ma'am is going to tell your experience.
Hi, can you all hear me, ma'am?
Can hear you, but it's difficult to understand everything.
Can you all hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
to start with, in primary section, we have made Google groups. So we have their respective RN code or IDs. Okay, we keep sending them our presentations, videos, etc. For them to watch at home. We use Google Drive on a large scale. For teachers as well, we are managing their work using Google Drive. We send them the duty list, etc. on Google Drive. All of us share it online. We had also tried Google Classroom, but then it did not work so well with the kids because there was connectivity. They are not very used to communicating online. But then we still had 2 sessions of Google Classroom with kids, grade 4 and 5.
Okay.
We are very versed with flipped classroom. Yeah, we have been sending videos across, recording our own videos, using YouTube as well to send videos to the kids.
Yeah.
So they are, in many of our chapters in science and maths, we have been using flipped learning approach. We also have our class website for different grades of different division, wherein we upload our worksheets, assessments, etc. on the website so that it is easily accessible for the students and the parents.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Basically, in our school, like we are using Google website for each class. Each classroom is having different websites, so that it's easy for teachers to upload what their kids are doing, the videos, the photographs, and all, and it's easy for parents to see what exactly their students are doing in the classroom, what they achieve. Because it's like R and Podar, every day we are having one or two activities happening, whether it's in primary, secondary, or senior secondary. So it's very
So,
difficult for one website to handle everything. So
so
only the
like each teacher has a website or each
Each
department
class
or?
teacher has her own website. For example, grade 4, all
Oh yeah, okay.
grade 2 3 have their own personal websites.
But that's for primary.
No, that's for all the
all
classes.
the
How
Oh,
do you
okay,
do
okay.
that? Can you send us one sample just Pulsar, so that it'll be easy for us to understand how exactly we have created the sites, and how we can do to improvise our way of what we are doing
Sure,
right now. So
give us a minute. I will just.
actually understand uh, what sites are being created, what contents are being put, and would be really helpful.
Yeah, we can understand that. Just give us a minute. We will just show you some of the samples, or maybe we can just share a URL of one section so that you can go through
Yeah,
it.
yeah, would be
So
good. One.
those websites are live.
They are Google websites.
Okay.
There are Google sites, Fanny. So the Google sites give you a little domain wherein you can put your content.
Yeah, I
So
have one, but is there a way that we can just share the website internally, just with the parents and the
yes,
students,
yes,
but
we
not
can.
with everyone? Yes, right?
You
Because
can.
the problem is always the privacy. Some students, if you cannot share their photos or their work, sometimes you.
Uh,
So that's one of my question. This is like a
Fanny
debate in
ma'am,
our school because we don't have a policy yet about this.
Fanny ma'am, we can understand this, but in our school, like parents, even they want to see what their kids are doing, especially
Yeah, of course.
when we are
But
talking.
that means we need to set a policy for that, right?
So
Yeah,
Dispal, I think so. In Google Sites, you have a privacy settings onto with whom you want to share the
you,
sites with. So I think that can resolve Fanny's issue. That it is not a public domain.
Yeah, yeah. That's giving me some good ideas. At least to start, and then maybe share it with everyone, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very ma'am, as you're talking about privacy and all, like in RNPodar, we are having like rnpodar.com domain with Google.
Yeah.
So we can make sure like ki only RNPodar ID, so person who's having RNPodar ID can visit our website. We can limit the stock, or you can make it like we can send ki only certain email IDs can watch our website, not everyone.
Customize.
Yeah, that's good.
Right, but
Thanks.
actually, we have never heard anything about like any parents are having any issues regarding this. We don't want our kids' pictures or any information to be revealed to the world. So basically, we are making it like open for everyone. We never got any complaint, anything like that. So
Yeah.
it's like worldwide with the
I know,
students.
like, yeah. Actually, usually you don't, when it's done, usually this is not a problem, but it's before starting it, there is all these issues that are to take
That's
into account, to
we
delete
totally
and all.
agree. We totally agree
Yeah.
with you.
But I
Uh,
agree, like the primary school in my school, they are very active on the social media. They have their own blog, like they use Blogger and they use Twitter a lot. But in secondary, somehow we don't have this kind of leadership for the IT yet. So, but this is something I would like to bring forward. Like that's a good way to start, at least.
Absolutely. I feel like if they are working in primary with bloggers and teachers, I think so they should continue with that thing in secondary also. In our school, some
Yeah.
of the kids are not some, I think so most of the kids are having their accounts on bloggers and Twitters and they are active on that. Whereas I think
Yeah.
so primary we should take this level down to primary also now.
Nice. Thanks for sharing.
Another thing is like the problem with here is like it may happen the students are not coming to school for certain days and you are having some worksheet assessment to be done, and afterwards they say ki we are not getting the files, we are not having them with us. So all those stuffs we are putting online so that whenever they want, even the parents can see what worksheet they were and how it was, so they can download it anytime or they can watch it online.
Yeah.
So it's easy for teachers as well as parents to know how much syllabus we have done, what topics we have covered, what assessment sheet, what things we have given to them.
Announcement.
I have a question.
Yeah,
I don't.
actually, yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
please.
just wanted to know how much time, like after like creating websites and all, I think I'll help the school out for the general implementation of it. But my teachers are really, I said that the crunch of time is what we face in school. Like whole day they're engaged with some or the other activity, whether it's an event or a academics or something else they're occupied in. How much time does it take to upload the content on a website? Like it could be a worksheet or it could be anything which a parent should know on a daily basis. So how much time does it usually take? Because I'm asking it because you're already using it, so you can give me a right feedback on it. This is they take 5 minutes a day or 10 minutes a day to upload the content on a daily basis.
Uh, Ma'am, it's like when we started with this project, actually, pilot project with Google websites for primary section, this was an issue actually. I won't say like only in your school teachers are occupied with other stuff. Even in our school, they are like totally packed with many of the activities. We have to plan activity, execute them, and all those stuffs. So what we planned that like Saturdays, students are having off, teachers are working. So every weekend, teachers are updating their website. Even parents knows it ki like Saturday they are uploading. After Saturday they can watch whatever things are happening. So every week they are uploading our stuffs.
Only in PDF format.
Apart from that, if there is any emergency announcements to be done, like within 2 days or 3 days, some events are coming up, so teacher has to sit and they have to upload it right that time. But other photographs and other stuff, links and all those, uploading worksheet, assessment sheet, they are done at the weekend only.
Right. No, I have asked you this question because we are using one paid portal, which we call it as ERP, right? So, we are already using, we are paying the company and doing all the uploading of content and sending SMS. SMS is a very different thing altogether. Sending worksheets, daily reports to the parent. I think when the sites or something of this sort is being done, I think we can go away with these kind of portals and only go ahead with the SMS thing. So that's the reason I asked you because there are a lot of things that our school have a policy that we do a daily report to the parents. So every day a teacher has to send the coordinator of the academics or the person allocated for that has to send a daily report to the parents. So if we have a certain thing of this particular sort, then I think we can go away with these paid fees and do the stuff the personalized to them.
Ma'am, how you are having like every day you are saying you are doing the reports for the entire class you are doing from
For the different classes, different reports. Like grade 4 will have a different daily report from grade 5. Daily report actually means what they did in school, right from hour 1 to hour 8. That's all they do period in the day is what I call the daily report.
like POW types.
We use Google documents for it, wherein the teacher is collaborating it together, and then we just put it together, format it, and shoot the emails to the parent. This is what we're doing right now. So, if a Google site is created, will it improvise my process?
Ma'am, you can use Google Sites for that, but remember one thing: if you want to say something to a particular child about particular child, and you don't want
No,
it to
no,
reveal to
this is
others,
not about the particular child. This is for the all students together of that particular grade.
as journal,
Announcements
yes,
as well. Was good.
as journal, yes, you can use Google Sites very well.
I'll try out with pilot and then I'll ask you how to improvise it then.
Yeah, we will just send you a link of one website of one section, and you can go through. You can see what things we are sharing with the parents and how well it goes. Because nowadays it's like we are not officially making any announcements to anyone. Like parents knows whatever it is happening, it will happen through our Google website. So even they are on that every day they are checking, and teachers are updating their stuff and everything.
That would be really
I have one question.
Yeah.
Since you're talking about announcements, that makes me think about the booking of rooms and resources. Do you use anything special for that?
Rooms and resources, ma'am.
Like to book some resources or to book a room? Do you use any Google apps?
not really Penny.
Sorry, I don't think so. We are using anything like that.
No, you're not using it like that. Okay. No, because in our school, that's
Google
something
Calendar.
right now we have made some spreadsheet
Okay.
to make the bookings. So we have this schedule on a spreadsheet, and then teachers can just book. But it's not really ideal. So I just thought in case you had a better idea.
Booking what, Fanny? I couldn't get you. Booking what?
Rooms,
Classroom, I think.
classrooms.
Okay, so you want to say booking the schedules in a yeah. So for that, all we for that. Wherein
Okay.
yeah, that's the only way wherein teacher comes and says, "I'm going to go take this particular class."
I think it might be possible with calendar, but I am not sure.
Yeah, for I'm trying that out, Google Schedules. I'm trying to work it out with calendar, but honestly speaking, I have not yet achieved it. So, little lower in Google Calendar, Google Maps. There are two other targets that I want to clarify my doubts on. So, journey is on.
Anyone wants to say anything about
We can
calendar?
talk about maintenance.
Any one of you? Want? You want to? No.
Okay. In our school also, ma'am, we are using Google Calendar, but in different ways. It's not like only for one purpose we are using. I think the Jagat sir will tell you more about it. So,
About Google Calendar, as well as Shubha ma'am, all the events, for that case, every, as Shubham said, like certain reports have to be given to the parents also. So even things like when the practicals are going to be conducted, when the exam starts, when it gets over, even the practice practicals, the assessment ones, when the practice practicals also, even those dates are being fixed. And with those calendar, like everything is like organized. And the best part of calendar is if you have an Android phone, you get notifications also. So even if it is 1 or 2 days later, you get a notification, and we can work on it even if by chance in case if you have forgotten.
Also, things don't overlap.
Yeah, yeah. Also, things do. Even if you put two events in one particular day, automatically get to know that okay, these many events are there, or else after this, you can month view, week view. It gives a very broad and.
Nice.
And Fanny, ma'am, were you talking about booking the classrooms within the school?
Sorry, did I use Google Classroom?
No, no.
No.
I asked like you were telling something about booking rooms.
Booking rooms right now, it's only Google Docs. Like we have a Google spreadsheet and we have a schedule of the different rooms, and we just write our name if we want to book it. But that means that one person has to manage those schedule on a weekly basis. So that's like someone behind has to make the templates every time, So that's a bit, it's not yet the perfect system.
but you can use Google Calendar for that. I think Google Calendar will be much easier for you to work on instead of
Yeah, I
spreadsheet or
will
something.
I will have a look at this. Yeah.
Uh, in our school, basically how we work, like we are having like three sections, like primary, secondary, and senior secondary. The coordinator, they are creating one calendar. Primary is having one calendar, secondary is having one, senior secondary will have one, and they will create a calendar with principal ma'am and vice principal, so that even they will get to know how the events are going to happen, how they are scheduling everything, whether there is any clash or not. And then
Yeah, yeah.
respective coordinators are going to share with the teachers. So if they are having any problem or anything, so they will come to and talk to the coordinator and choose the dates accordingly.
Yeah. I
And the
think I
same,
will explore that a little more. I don't know if it will. It is a bit complicated for the rooms because some rooms are available at certain times, but not at other times.
I would like to
And
tell you
also like number of seats, number of computers you want to book, or numbers of iPads you need to book. So
Fanny ma'am, you can arrange a calendar like day-wise, week-wise, and in particular day, if you are selecting hour-wise also it can be selected. For every hour, you can set your timings or you can set your classes, which class is going to come, how many laptops, you can write all the detail in that. It's very easy. And if you're having Android phone and you're installing Google Calendar in that, all the notifications will be there in your hand. You don't
so
have to run for.
you would create one an extra calendar just for booking.
I don't know exactly if you can tell me how the bookings are done, sample of one thing or two things. Maybe I can help you with that.
Yeah, maybe when we meet because it's a bit tricky.
No
I don't know
issues
how
with
to
that.
start, but it's a good idea because I think that would be better than our current system.
Yeah. And ma'am, what I feel like if we are into like I won't say like if we are using Google things or Google's are providing us with various tools, I think so we should use them thoroughly how these tools are working. We should experiment, do pilots on that and everything. How the tools can make like wonders in your classroom. You
Yeah.
tried one and if it's working fine, it's good. Otherwise, you will at least know why the tools are not
Well,
working in
it's
your.
good if everybody is using it, so yeah.
It's
Right now, it's like this is just the beginning for the school, so but it's good to start an experiment. So with some
beginning of
people,
any in the beginning only you can do the experiment. Midterms, it's very difficult for you to introduce any new things in that, right? So let's jump to the next topic. Then. Uh, we can talk about Google Group. Fanny
Google
ma'am,
Group, Google
yeah,
Group.
yes, Google
I
Group.
don't use it a lot. I use Google Plus communities more than the groups.
All right.
I don't use it for education, but I'm part of some groups. Like for personal use, I use the Google Groups, but yeah, I'm not the best person to talk about it for education. We have actually another system, e-learning platform, which is an open source. So we use that more for what is forum and all. So maybe you guys have more to say about it.
Sure, maybe you can say something.
Sorry?
You
Go
can.
for it, Shuba.
Yeah, we are using Google Groups a lot. We have the groups right from administration to teachers to students. We have a group for every class, like we have a grade 6 group, grade 7, grade 8, and so on. So we have not implemented the group for the primary level yet, but yeah, for the higher grade 5 onwards, sorry, from grade 6 onwards, we have a group for each class. We have both kinds of groups, especially with the teachers. We have a forum group wherein the teachers discuss and then come to a conclusion. The same group we have with the classes, and we have another group on which we only use for posting emails. So yeah, we are using groups in a I could say in the way I know how to use it, but it could have been a little more added to it. Uh,
Okay. Anyone wants to say something about
Groups?
groups?
No.
No. All right. It's like in our school also we are having for each section we are having different groups. And the best part why we are using Google Groups is in midterm also some of the children are coming in. So it's very difficult to tell them what things we have done till now. So the best part about Google Group is whenever students are coming in, you just add them to the group and they will receive all the mails, whatever you have sent till now to other kids. So they don't have to run behind every teacher and ask them what things I have to take care of or what things I have to do. Everything is automatically shared with them, even parents at one time only they will get everything in their hands. It's easy to use group. Even for teachers, it's very easy. But 2 or 3 clicks, they can post whatever they want to the entire classroom without checking whether the email address are right or wrong or whether they will get anything out of it or not. If the emails are right, definitely they are going to get all the activities on the apps and everything. So basically, in our school, I won't say every day, but yes, in a week, twice or thrice, we are using Google Groups for different purpose.
And how do you make your announcements?
We are doing using Google Sites for that.
Which one?
Google Sites.
Sites. Oh yeah. Okay.
Shubha ma'am can do it for 5 minutes.
Okay, Shubha ma'am, if you want to know something about anything about other Google tools, we can talk about that right now. Ma'am, your mic is off.
Sorry, yeah, I couldn't get you. Sorry.
Yeah. I said, as you are saying, you are there only for 5 more minutes, so we would like you to tell us more about what tools you are using, or if you want to know about certain tools, how you can use in classroom, then we can help you out with that.
To be very honest, Jaspal, I have just begun my journey of Google Apps. I don't know the basics. I am studying and trying to improvise myself wherever and whenever possible. So I could say superficial knowledge of all the Google apps possible, and using it and taking workshop with the teachers as well, so that they are also aware how exactly they can be used. So as of now, my basic focus is on collaborative methodology that we can implement with Google Drives and Google Docs. The Hangouts working well, and started with the flipped classroom. So I want to focus on these and improvise there. And your site should be classrooms, as I am trying to make the email IDs first and then start. So lots to learn. I don't know what exactly should I share. I guess Aaron Pudar is a good example of how they are using it and implementing it the right way. So I think I'll catch hold of you and try to learn more.
Shubha ma'am, everyone here is for learning purpose only. So it's like there are something which we are using, and there are some that you are using. The basic idea behind this entire event was like just understand what other schools or other teachers are using and how well they are equipped with that, and what we are doing. Just share with you all. That's it.
And that was really fantastic.
So I think so. Shubham, you want to leave the group right now?
I would like to go leave because lots of things. I have some guests expected around an hour from now. So
Okay.
preparation.
Shubha ma'am, that was a nice conversation with you.
Thank you so much, Raj sir. I'm
I
traveling
hope you,
guys wherever I'm stuck. It's good network.
I hope to have some more sessions like this, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye, Penny.
Bye,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Bye bye.
Bye. Take care. Yeah.
So, Penny, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah. So we can just continue with our talk. Actually, I just want to. What other Google tools are you using in the school or in your classroom?
I think last year I used Google Plus also with one of my class, like grade 9 and 10, which is combined for me. So I use that to kind of test it. And this year I haven't continued yet, but it's coming. So that's also a good tool because that's like talking to the kids also after class if necessary. Like we can chat with them, or they can share some pictures and they can comment. So we can also put some ideas and stuff. So that's also a way to. That's also a Google app that I like. The group, I haven't used it, but I'm always telling myself, because I don't have computers all the time, so I can't always use the Google Apps, and I'm trying to focus on the quality rather than on the quantity. So I really like to use the Google Forms and the Google Maps right now. So I'm trying to get to know them more rather than getting a bit overwhelmed with all the tools. So and that because after all we have many tools, but we need to know how to use them meaningfully, right? So that's always the main question: how to make sure that we use them to really provide students with a different experience and really interactive way of learning, and not reproducing the frontal teaching system, which is like I'm talking and you guys are listening. So I try to make them, I think the Google Apps are useful in the sense that they can collaborate, they can share the same document, they can work on the same document, whether they are in class or outside class. They can, for instance, they can collaborate on one Google Doc or presentation. So that's what I like about it. And so as much as possible to let them learn on their own and give them the opportunity to become independent. So I don't think so. What else can I say about other Google apps? I don't know, maybe I forget some of them, but we have covered Google Plus, Google Group. Of course, YouTube. I use YouTube a lot. So I make my own playlist and then I share it. That's also an excellent tool for... are you still here?
No, we can hear you.
You can hear me. Okay, I can't see you anymore.
Yeah, we're just working on that. But your microphone is like fine. We can hear you.
Okay, so then I like to use YouTube. I create videos, mainly that's useful for teachers to learn about how to integrate technology. So I make a lot of videos to share some IT stuff. And I make some videos for the students, but I don't really have a big collection yet. So I also make playlists so that I can share with them as well. Calendar, I don't use it yet, but it is more for a management and management system. So I think that's all. Maybe I'm forgetting things, but if you have some other things to say, then maybe we can
Yeah,
discuss.
ma'am, I'm interrupting you. You just spoke about use of YouTube videos in class, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
don't use it to tell
you
me.
directly go to YouTube and show them the videos?
Yes, of course, there is lots of videos that we can use for French because we have such some assessment when we need to show them some listening as well as some visual. So ideally, a video on YouTube is excellent.
Yes. Okay, so
And
ma'am, you have this Google presentation wherein what you can do is you can insert the video URL and copy the entire video using the URL, YouTube URL into your presentation. So basically,
yeah,
all other videos that are there on the sides of the YouTube, you won't be able to see them. So for security purposes, we also use Google presentations wherein we insert the URL and tube directly to the presentation so that they are only able to view the video and nothing else that is there on the sides of the website.
oh yeah, you mean the side of YouTube, right?
Yes.
Because this contains sometimes, yeah,
Yes,
the
yes.
content is not always
Yeah.
appropriate. Even if you turn this the safety mode on, I notice it's not always
Yes.
great, in
So
fact.
for that
But there
security,
is also Google Plus. We can share the video on that as well.
share the video. Yeah, but then in primary section, what we do is to avoid those kind of things. Wherein other videos are very much accessible to our kids. What we do is we insert the URL in our presentation, and they're only able to see that particular video which we want to show them.
Yeah,
They won't be
anyway,
able
for
to
my
see
case,
any other video.
most of the time, if I show a video, it's only on the projector and from my computer. So I simply show the video at that time because, as I said, like we don't have a one-to-one device. So this is
Correct.
less of an issue, I guess. But yeah, that's a good point.
it's not an issue as such, but then I feel that other videos that we don't want them to see them. Those are all listed on the side. So to avoid that, we do that in the primary section.
Yeah, that's good. And also I have started to use the Creative Commons videos. So like you can use the YouTube video editor, and then you can take
That's
some
also
of
a
the
wonderful idea, ma'am.
Creative
Yeah.
Commons videos. Yeah, and then you can make your own video with those. So that's also great, but that takes a lot of time.
Yes.
But that's a good activity for the student as well. If they can, like I'm talking about secondary because I only teach in secondary. So they have more option, they are a little more mature to use those tools, and they can also work on creating videos. Though I haven't done it yet like this on YouTube, but this is a possibility. So, any other tool you are thinking of?
Sorry, ma'am?
Any other
Google apps you are thinking of?
Classroom.
Classroom?
Yeah, Google Classroom we were talking about, ma'am. Have any idea about that?
Classroom, we're not using it, but I have completed one course, online course, to get to know about that Classroom. So, but right now we have our own open source system. So we are not thinking of Classroom, not yet, and maybe later. But we have more features available right now with our current system. So I really like Classroom because it was easy to use and quite straightforward, but that doesn't have all the features that our current system has. So for now, it's just learning about it, and we will see in future. Are you using it?
Google Classroom, ma'am?
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot.
you are using it. Okay.
We also use
And of course,
large scale, ma'am. We have this program of work wherein the timetable and ma'am, you can hear me, right?
yes.
Okay. So the topics of a particular chapter, they are all listed in the form of a Google spreadsheet, wherein there is a stipulated time assigned to complete that particular topic, and the teachers sign off once they are done with that topic. So this helps in maintaining a proper record as to what is going on in what division.
Yeah.
Teachers' timetable, students' timetable, class timetable, all of this are put on the spreadsheet.
Okay.
Yeah. Attendance also we put it on the spreadsheet. Yeah, so I think that's all about it.
Yeah. So you are going fully Google, like all your systems are
We are
Google.
going full Google now.
Yeah, I can see that googliness in you. Yeah, we still have lot of different platforms, and this is an issue in our school. Really, like it's a topic of like never-ending topic of conversation. Like how many
yes.
things we have, but you make a choice also. So.
But then the practical application of the tools is a little difficult if you don't have one-to-one access to the computer.
Yes, of course. And we are a full IB school, so we have PYP, MYP, and DP. So we have to also do all the planning on a specific platform. So that also would be like we could do it Google, but there are systems which are already in place for that. So we have one more platform just for planning. Then we have one platform for attendance and timetable. Then we have one for e-learning. So.
Okay, so which is the tool that you're using for timetable e-learning that you're talking about?
The different, so we have Moodle for e-learning. So Moodle is the open source platform. And for attendance and timetables and other data, we have ePortal. which is e-facility. And then for planning our unit, we have a ManageBack.
So, Fanny ma'am,
Yes.
how excited are you about?
About the GTA?
Yeah.
Very excited, especially to go out of my comfort zone and meet people who have lots of experience and learn new things, meet new people, like people who are really willing to learn and share. You know, being in that community of dynamic, engaged people. I'm sure there is so much to learn, even more than Google. We will also make friendship and stuff. So I'm really looking forward, and also to go out of Bangalore, and that's also part of it, to be away, so you can think differently. So I'm really happy, and I can't wait. So I will be enjoying every second of that.
Since you kept telling that you have just started with Google tools in your classroom, I think probably you can do a lot many things, and I believe that will be a massive hit among the students.
Yeah. And I hope I can share this with the other faculty, and we have a lot to do, so I hope that's gonna help also to get things started on this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Penny ma'am, maybe we can have some group project within teachers now. Let's say, for example, like we are English school and yours is IB school. So it may happen like someday we can have hangout session with teachers to teachers directly, instead of like you there and we here talking. For that, let's have a session with like other teachers of the schools, like maybe from primary or secondary or whatever. It will be easy for other teachers to how well we can use, because like the things we are applying in our school from our end, and how
Yeah.
teachers are using it, how much productivity they are getting out of it, or how much difficult it is for them to work with. They can share their experience, and maybe that thing can help you a lot while implementing the same Google apps in your classroom or in your
Yeah.
school.
That's a good idea.
Again, I'm saying like when you're starting with a pilot one, it's a difficult task. That particular time is very difficult. But once teachers are using Google, then there is no looking back. Every time they will ask you, can I use this Google tool? Or how I can use Google? That way, you yourself are going to learn much more what you can think. Like within
Definitely.
years, we are using like Google, like anything. Whatever Google new products are doing, we are the first one, I think so, to do the pilots on it. Now we are doing experiment with Google Classroom, and we have already written some of the recommendations what else we want in Google Classroom to make it fully successful or to use it fully in our classroom.
You
That's
should say
good.
this is an addiction.
In our school, like in our school,
Yeah.
Google is an addiction
It's an
now.
addiction.
So no day if internet is down, it's like our school is like here and there. What to do now? Because everything is online now. And our own principal, Mrs. Avnita B, she is planning to bring Google Chromebooks in our school. So there will be more
Yeah.
opportunity for us to do a lot of things with kids also then.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just waiting desperately for Google Chromebooks to come to Aranpoda. That's it.
One of
Yeah,
those
I
very
hope we also get some device for each student. Anything.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
ma'am, one of those very important factor to in this, like how far you are using technology or Google or any tool in a school in your classroom is the big help and support that you get from the school administrator, trustee, or principal, whoever they are. Unless and until the principal agrees, or else the principal gives you that much access, I think it won't be possible.
Yeah, of course, you need the leadership to be involved in this, to be understanding of this process, and that's great because that's a real question. Like, of course, we are having more teachers this year in our school to go for the Google Summit. So in 2 weeks. So last year we were only 2 teachers, and this year we are, I think, 6 or 7 to go there, including the principal of the school. So that would be, I think, a good way to get started with, convincing and getting and better idea, practical idea of what it is and what we can do. Like the Google Summit is really like a place where you reveal all the meaning of all these things. It's not abstract anymore. You can see so much tips and information. So I hope this will help also.
Penny ma'am, when is the Google Summit in Mumbai?
November 28th.
Sorry?
When is the summit?
The summit in 2 weeks. It is on the 21st, 22nd, 23rd of this month.
Okay, this one. Penny ma'am, it's like we will just request our principal if she agrees on this. So maybe we would like you and your team to come to visit RN Podar.
Sorry?
We will just ask for the permission if our principal agrees to call you, you and your team to RN Podar so that you can see how well we are using Google Tools in our school.
Yeah, of course, it would be great to keep in, start some contact with other schools. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm also in touch with some other schools, but it's just me being in touch with them. So it's good if the leadership is involved as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And our principal has already out now for GTA only.
Mountain View.
She's in Mountain View now, running the GTA there, and she was telling like she will come to Gurgaon also for GTA. So she's again too much into Google.
Oh yeah. I've seen her name and yeah.
Yeah. So,
Nice.
so it's just because of her, because when your leaders are giving you that permission, that liberty where you can do experiments or you can implement new tools in education. When you're getting that freedom, only then you can do something in your, classes or in your school.
Absolutely.
Fine, ma'am. Anything else you want to share with us?
Well, I think we have covered a lot for this first hangout. And now we need to digest all this information.
We'll digest and we can also practice on it and execute in our next classes and all.
I think I really want to study about some apps before the GTA, to study more, and like calendar, for instance, I'm not really comfortable. So these are things I want to do before we all meet. So at least it will be easier. I want to take as much as possible. So
Right.
we can share some tips also before. Like, of course, what I like to use as well on the Google Drive is to have to download some add-on or some extensions and stuff, and use some tips like this. When you use the Google form and you make a quiz, and then you can use this Flubaroo to do the work for you. So all these performance stuff are really useful as well. These kind of tips, like also the Kaizena for the voice comment over documents. These kind of tips are really useful. So I want to explore more of this. So we have the community, so we can share a lot on this.
Yeah, sure.
Before.
And before your GTA, I think so we can have one or two more, like hangout sessions with other teachers also.
Yeah.
We can get to know what they are also doing, so that we can bring up our table lecture.
Yeah, and we can narrow it a little more next time on a specific topic or on a specific app. So
we will love to know from your end also, ma'am, if you're having any suggestion or any tool or any app you want to discuss. So maybe in next hangout we can just put that thing as a topic only and we can discuss with other teachers on that topic.
Yeah.
So we will be on GTA India community. Whenever you feel, you can put it on, or otherwise even we can start working on this and find out some of the tools on which we can discuss properly and in deep manner.
Yeah.
Go through it properly.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's the best solution to go by topic or by apps. I don't know, but there is a lot anyway to explore in there.
That won't be an issue. I think so. We are having a small team. We start working on it from today. Maybe in a day or two, we will at least get to know what will be the topic. It can be on a specific app we can talk about, or on a proper tool we can talk about.
Yeah. And I really like to know like creative ways of using it. Like we know a Google Doc, we know that we can add text to a doc, but what can we do which is really creative and which is really collaborative? Or in the Google form, like I learned so much in the Google Summit about the Google Forms. It
Right.
can do quiz, it can do reflection, it can do so many things. So I like to know like how a tool which seems straightforward is actually very open and we can do many things with it. So looking forward for original creative way of using the tools, not just okay, Google Maps is map. You know what I mean? I'm a French teacher
I got you.
and not a geographer, and I use it in a creative way. But I want to learn other ways of doing that with the apps.
Let's do one thing. I think right now only as you were saying. So I think next topic can be on only on Google Doc. How we can use Google document, right? So maybe
Yeah.
we'll see to it. We'll just go through it. How well we can go about it. Subjects, other teachers, how they are using. Because in our school, it's very basic to use Google document on different levels. So it will be easier if we can just go through the thing and we will let you know and other teachers also from GTA. So when we can have the
Yeah.
next on Google documentation,
Yeah, that would be nice.
right? So the
Yeah.
solution is here.
So that we can browse some ideas before also.
Absolutely, absolutely, we can. And the major problem will be the different subjects as we are talking. As your French teacher, you're talking only about French, and we would like to know more about other subjects, how they are implementing Google document in their subjects,
Yes.
right? Like
Different
we are having,
subjects.
yeah, we are having a French here, we are having math teacher here, we are having English and other teachers here. But we can focus more on languages also. So how you can use languages in your Google documentation and how well we can use it in the different subjects.
Yeah. Great. So that's a plan.
Absolutely, that's the plan.
But I hope so next time there are less technical issues.
Yeah, this is the first time, so I guess we have to go through it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But it's good. I mean, we managed to speak quite a lot, and I think everybody can see it as well, so not
Yeah, it's
bad.
going to broadcast on YouTube now.
Yeah,
The link will be shared on GTA India. Let's hope for their comments, what else they want to know and how to go about it.
yeah, great.
Fine, ma'am.
So I think I'm gonna get going now.
Yes, ma'am. Even we wanted to conclude. It was a wonderful conversation with you as well as Shubha, ma'am.
Same here. It was great, and now we know each other. So when we meet, we have some connection, and all. That's great.
We have something more to share.
Yeah, that's nice.
Okay, ma'am. Then I hope so we can meet in some sessions like this.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Bye. Take care.
Thank you. Take
Thank
care.
you. Bye.
Bye.